friends, I'm Sue Ann Delk. Today is Wednesday, September 15th, 2021, and this is my report, monthly report. It's supposed to be daily, but I'm undependable. This is my report and card pull. Thank you for joining me. So, it's 10 something at night, probably 10:30, no, it's later than that. 10:40, 10:50, something like that. I just got home a little while ago, and I'm enjoying an adult beverage. Feel free to join me if you like. And I'm worn out. I have picked up a side hustle, and so I went to my main job at 8 something this morning, and I worked until 4:15, and then I went to my side hustle. That's why I'm dressed like Johnny Cash. You can call me Sue. I'm the girl in black. So yeah, I did my side hustle from 4:30 to 10:20. It was my first shift, except for the training session that I had a week ago. But it was the first hands-on actual working, and it wasn't hard. I mean, I had to be told everything that I needed to do and how to do it, and I had a lot of questions, and so I'm sure I irritated the piss out of a lot of people. But yeah, that's the way it is. Or, you know, people ask me questions and I'm like, I don't know, but I will try to find out. So yeah, you know, everything has gone up except for my paycheck, so I'll pick up another paycheck and see if I can't get ahead a little bit, or at least out of the hole. But I tell you what, it ain't easy on an old lady working so many hours in one day, but I'll get used to it. So, today is September 15th, and according to the calendar, we are headed toward a full moon. The moon will be full next Monday, the 20th. And the color for today was yellow. And Yom Kippur started at sundown. So, that's that. I bought some more seeds. I found a store in Livingston that actually still had seeds. They were all dumped into one box, and so I had to cull through them just to figure out what was even in there and what I wanted. But yeah, I spent a little time doing that, and I picked out a few packets. I got sunflowers and cucumbers and pumpkins and different various and sundry flowers and herbs. I know I didn't get any basil because I have so many basil seeds already, and they didn't have anything that I didn't already have. And I seem to be able to use basil seeds for several years before they just refuse to pop up anymore. So I didn't get those, but I got a few other things, and next time I come on, I'll try to remember to bring them with me so I can show them to you. Yesterday, I had my 3-month checkup with the oncologist, and the address is Conroe, but it's actually in the Woodlands, and that went okay. I was a little nervous about driving down there because I was supposed to be the way it was timed, I would have been driving into the storm as it was headed north. I was headed south. But I didn't have any trouble. It was rainy, of course, and the roads were slick, and people were trying to drive too fast for the conditions, but I made it fine down there. I made it fine back. I only slid around twice, so that's not too bad considering that there was a lot of water on the road and the rain was coming down pretty hard. So went down there, did that, came back. Results in a week to 10 days. I don't expect any problems, and please pray for me that there aren't any. Let's pull a card. Mystic Sisters, love this deck. Love this deck. The last card I pulled was Sage Goddess a few weeks or so ago. No, I believe that was actually August 1st. We just have a few cards left. My eyes are so, they're dry and itchy because, you know, glaucoma and fake lenses. They just get itchy, and so they don't want the glasses on and they don't want the glasses off. Here's our card. Good old Ceridwen, huh? Charlotte, thank you again for this deck. I just love it. Keywords: ingenuity, resourcefulness. Yeah. The goddess Ceridwen stands behind her cauldron, a deep well of inspiration and creativity, and a magical tool that symbolically combines influences of the primordial elements of air, fire, water, and earth. Ceridwen has expertise in the mysteries of shape-shifting potions. What do you wish? What are the necessary ingredients to achieve your vision of success? You'll likely have many of the resources within your own spiritual cupboard. I believe that's actually pronounced cupboard, but it's spelled cupboard, and so that's how I usually say it. Perhaps you'll also need to borrow a pinch of this or that from others around you. As the magic of Ceridwen's cauldron energizes your mind, your qualities of inventiveness will shine through. When this card is drawn, it reminds you that whatever your goal is, it will be possible to bring it to fruition with a bit of ingenuity. Yeah. So, you know, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And there we have it, Ceridwen. Beautiful card. So, I posted a video earlier today of a kitten. If you haven't seen it yet, you may want to go check that out. Let's see, not today, maybe it was either yesterday or the day before, because all my days are blending together with so much that's going on. But anyway, one of those days, Alan found a new kitten on the porch. He heard it crying and thought that maybe a mama cat was relocating her kittens and would be back shortly with another kitten. But the crying continued, and it continued, and it continued for 5 hours until he decided the mama probably isn't coming back. So he went out, found kitten, scooped kitten, brought it inside, and woke me up, and I helped him set up a habitat for the baby, away from all the other cats so that he doesn't get injured. And we set him up with food, water, litter box, and he wanted no part of any of it. He just cried and cried. And when either one of us would go into his private apartment to check on him or interact with him, he would run and hide. He would hide behind the pillow or he has a little pink square thing, a cube actually, that he can crawl into, and it's got pillows inside. He would crawl behind that or behind his litter box. He just didn't want anybody messing with him. He was scared of us. So this morning, I wasn't sure if he was eating. Alan asked me, "Are you sure he's eating?" I was like, "No, I haven't seen him eat, so I'm not sure." It looked like the food had been tussled around and there was some on the floor, so I thought maybe he had tried to eat some and spilled some, but he may have just ran through it. So I couldn't say with any certainty that he had eaten or drinking anything. So I fixed him up some formula and set about giving him small syringes of formula spaced out so that, I didn't overwhelm his little tummy. And he seemed to decide after a little while that that was okay, and he didn't mind that too much. And so I then opened a can of Fancy Feast that we just happened to have on hand, one can, and tried to get him to eat some of that, and he wanted no part of that. So I thought, well, I can't just leave him here by himself. So I took him to work with me, and on my breaks I would take little pinches of the canned Fancy Feast and put it in his mouth, and he kind of ate the first bite. He wasn't sure, and then I gave him another bite, and he was like, yeah, that's not too bad. And then the third bite, he was like, yeah, that's really good, and now I'm going to eat your fingers too because they taste like this food that you're giving me. So after I did that a few times, he started eating it on his own, and so that was great. So I gave him just a teaspoon in a little bowl and let him eat that, and then I'd wait 30 minutes and give him another teaspoon so that he's not gobbling it all down so fast that he would make himself sick and not keep it down. That wasn't the goal. I wanted him to keep it down and get that nutrition into his body. But when we picked him up, when Alan picked him up, he didn't appear to be in any distress. He didn't feel weak. He didn't feel like he hadn't been eaten. His body was solid and firm. And so I think he's going to be okay. And I'm very thankful that we got him early because that gives us a chance to make sure he's tame, make sure he's healthy, and find him a new home. And so, that's always the ultimate goal, to help as many kittens as we can, and grown cats too. But man, those grown feral cats are a force to reckon with. They are very smart. They're too smart to get in the trap. They're usually not hungry enough to get in the trap because they have learned how to survive on their own by eating whatever they can find, be it lizards or birds or earthworms or whatever it is that feral cats like to eat. Other people's contents of their trash cans, I don't know. I don't know what all they get into. Anything they can, I guess. So the little babies, if you get to them young enough, you can just snatch them up and bring them inside and tame them pretty quickly. But the grown ones, man, you know, it's always my goal to trap any grown feral cats that are around my home or my office and get them fixed, get them their shots, release them right back where I found them. But they're usually just too smart to get in the trap, so, you know, I just do the best that I can. And, you know, together Alan and I work toward helping as many cats and kittens as we can, which reminds me of a story that I've read or heard somewhere, that a person was walking along the beach picking up starfish that had washed up on the sand and throwing them back out in the water so that they wouldn't die there on the sand. They would go back out in the water. And they would walk along, pick up as many as they could, throw them back out. And they came across another person walking the other way, and that person said, you know, you'll never be able to save them all. Do you really think that you're going to make a difference? And the person picked up another starfish and held it up and said, I can make a difference to this one, and the next one, and the next one. And kept tossing those starfish out back into the ocean. So we realize that we cannot save them all, but we can save some. And you know, some days that's just all that I have to keep me going, you know. But we did reach a point where we couldn't keep all we rescued. It didn't take long to reach that point, but we did reach it, and so now we do seek out very suitable homes for our rescues, and it gives us a lot of joy and satisfaction to know that we have rescued these babies, united them with humans who want them, who really want them, and seek them out. And the humans know that they're getting a cat who will love them and who has been hand-raised, bottle-raised, and given lots of love and attention, so they're going to be a really good pet for them. And we know that we're getting really good homes for our babies, because you know, man, it's really hard to bottle raise a baby and you know, bring it up past the point where it's no longer in danger of withering away. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to let them go, but it's also satisfying to get them a good home and know that the cat and humans are happy about it. And I always tell them, if for any reason this doesn't work out, you can't keep the cat, you don't want the cat, you and the cat aren't getting along, call me, bring the cat back to me. Don't dump it, don't rehome it yourself, just let me know, and I will take care of it from there. And none have ever come back, and everyone says, oh, you know, absolutely. And so I hope that if a situation did arise that someone couldn't keep one of my kittens that I fostered, that they would get back in touch with me. And so far, I think everyone who has adopted one would. So, with that in mind, I'm doing a fundraiser to help cover the out-of-pocket costs that we come into from fostering and rescuing. And you know, I spend every last penny of my own money taking care of it, and I have before. What, groceries? No, no. We got cats to fix. We've got cats to take to the vet. So I need help, and I would appreciate your help. And what I have going is hats. Check them out. They're crocheted by me, and each hat is guaranteed to have at least 4 cat hairs weaved into it. Now you may get 20 cat hairs, you may get 15 cat hairs, you may get 100 cat hairs, but you will not get less than 4. And they look like this, okay? And you can pull your brim down like this and shade your eyes, or you can roll it up like that. And this part you can tip it over if you want, or you can have it stand straight up, because the fabric, or rather, excuse me, the yarn is stiff enough that it can go either way. So, and then once you get it, you can decorate it any way you like. You can tack sequins on it. You can tack fake jewels on it. You can, remember those pins that we wore in the 80s? Pieces of flair. You know, they were usually round. Sometimes they were square. I have a box of them because I'm a pack rat. So I still have my box of pins. You could put your pin collection on it. You could put your badge collection on it. I mean, patches. You could sew patches. Okay? You could put a ball on top. A big fuzzy metallic ball that catches the light. What do you think? Wouldn't that be fun? Don't you think so? I've made a stack of them so far, and I'm going to make just as many as I can in hopes of raising lots of money to help me take care of kitty cats, get them vetted, get them spayed and neutered, and get them ready for their new homes. So we have blue, we have brown, check it out, yeah, yeah. We've got this sparkly black one, huh? What do you think, huh? Who wouldn't want a hand crocheted witch hat, and every cent will go toward helping a kitty cat. I don't keep any of it for myself, and I pay for the yarn out of my own pocket, or I beg other people for yarn from their yarn stashes. Because, you know, so many of us like to craft. We like to get into lots of different hobbies. I crochet, so I've got a yarn stash, I've got a fabric stash, I've got a box of acrylic paints and canvases because I like to paint little pictures, and I've got a box of beads that I got at a garage sale so that I could make little bracelets out of beads, or necklaces out of beads, or you can make earrings or whatever you want to make. A lady was, you know, liquidating a lot of her craft supplies and gave me a really good price on a big stack of her craft supplies. And so, you know, a lot of us have a lot of stuff like that, but then we lose interest with one hobby and we move to another hobby, and we don't want this stash taking up a lot of room in our craft room, so we find someone who can use it. And right now that's me. So I can use unwanted yarn who no longer has a place in someone's craft room. So yeah, I have a bucket of yarn here, and you know, I'm not yet close to being out of yarn, but it won't take me long to get there. See, here's all I have left of my red, and I'm not sure that would be enough to make a whole hat. So, you know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with pieces parts. Maybe I could do like so much red and then so much blue, and then switch to red and then switch to blue and make a striped one. And I could throw in some white, but I don't have any white yarn, so right now I'm just trying to use what I have. Use what you have, start where you are, do what you can. That's where I am right now. This is one of my favorite yarns. Isn't that lovely? So when I get caught up a little bit, I'm going to make one out of this. And at some point I'll make one for myself, but right now I'm just trying to, get a little money so that I can take care of the kittens that we're still trying to rehome. I still have, let's see, 4 females who need spayed. I've had all the males neutered because I had less of them. I could either do all the females or all the males, so that I didn't end up with a inbreeding situation. So I did all the males first, and they get the males in and out really fast. The females take longer just because the surgery is so much more invasive, because they have to actually cut into the body of the little girl cat. Anyway, I'll spare you the gory details. You're not here for that, I'm sure. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this, and if you or someone you know would like a hand crocheted hat for the fall season, I'm doing these for donation. I'm asking a $10 donation plus shipping per hat, and so if you want 2 hats or 3 hats, you would get a break on the shipping, because I assume it's still this way, that when you go to the post office, the more stuff you put in one box, the less it costs per item, but I can't say that with any certainty because it seems like the whole world has just gone upside down, topsy-turvy when it comes to anything making sense. But I would do a shipping quote for you first and see what it's going to cost. If you're interested at all, if you're interested, please get in touch with me. My email address is sadelk@sadelk.com, and I can also be reached through Facebook Messenger. I'm on Facebook as Sue Ann Delk, SUEANNDELK, and that's my real name. I've heard a lot of people. I watch a lot of channels because I like to watch YouTube channels instead of TV. So I watch a lot of channels, and a lot of the people, they come up with a different name, a different persona for their YouTube channels, and so they call themselves by a different name when they're on their YouTube channel rather than what they call themselves in real life. And so it never occurred to me to do that, because I'm just me. I'm Sue Ann. I never thought that I would call myself Moonbeam Sunglow or I'm just not I'm not inventive enough or creative enough, I guess, to come up with a name to call myself. I'm just Sue Ann. So SA Delk, that's my website, that's my email address, and on Facebook I'm Sue Ann Delk, and on YouTube I'm Sue Ann Delk. So I would love to be able to move a bunch of these hats. It would really make me happy, and it would sure make my kitty cats happy too. So any help you can send my way, I'd really appreciate it. But more than anything in the whole world, I appreciate you for watching my video tonight and for supporting my channel. That just means the world to me, and most every one of you who do watch my channel are personal friends of mine. I know you in my real life, and the few that I don't, I feel like I know you in my real life. So you're all my friends, and you know, I can say with complete honesty that I love you and I miss you. And I thank you for tuning in tonight, and I hope to see you again next time. And until then, take care. Good night.